ɛkan ye no di ope ade akokotoko no ye mona bro wo pe asase a ehoju asase a woni langard fo enyasem asase a nenkratan so ehye pa dia eno ane Diamond Grand Real Estate one ensase no ewo dentra tebu na afense Fantimaira we nyina ewo amasaman kwantempo no eso metre owaga south mensi no emo asase ye ka ho asemi die enkania ensuo na afense akwan ededemu dada hwehwe Diamond Grand Real Estate etra akwan ewo Accra Tabora number 5 anampo se framu ewa homachofo isu 0552 487 Diamond Grand Real Estate 0552 Accra Tabora number 5 anampo se framu ewa homachofo isu 0552 487 Diamond Grand Real Estate no longer. Diamond Grand Real Estate say your satisfaction is our pleasure.
Them say hustle for the paper.
Hello Ghana for Diamond Grand Real Estate abamu bibiara said the mpanyifo ekan ye no di ope ade akokotoko no ye mona bro wo pe asase a ehoju asase a woni langard fo enyasem asase a nenkratan so ehye pa dia eno ane Diamond Grand Real Estate one ensase no ewo dentra tebu na afense Fantimaira we nyina ewo amasaman kwantempo no eso metre owaga south mensi no emo asase ye ka ho asemi die enkania ensuo na afense akwan ededemu dada hwehwe Diamond Grand Real Estate etra akwan ewo Accra Tabora number 5 anampo se framu ewa homachofo isu 0552 487 385 0552 487 385 beto asase na wonso yentimi fro efiera esane enyuma painting yato ye din no litigation no longer. Diamond Grand Real Estate say your satisfaction is our pleasure.
Shady the claim say he love you so from a kick up and home someone some inside. Onya Tina me na be sorry do me no on back. Them say hustle for the paper.
Hello Ghana for Diamond Grand Real Estate abamu bibiara said the mpanyifo ekan ye no di ope ade akokotoko no ye mona bro wo pe asase a ehoju asase a woni langard fo enyasem asase a nenkratan so ehye pa dia eno ane Diamond Grand Real Estate one ensase no ewo dentra tebu na afense Fantimaira we nyina ewo amasaman kwantempo no eso metre owaga south mensi no emo asase ye ka ho asemi die enkania ensuo na afense akwan ededemu dada hwehwe Diamond Grand Real Estate etra akwan ewo Accra Tabora number 5 anampo se framu ewa homachofo isu 0552 487 385 0552 487 385 beto asase na wonso yentimi fro efiera esane enyuma painting yato ye din no litigation no longer. Diamond Grand Real Estate say your satisfaction is our pleasure.
Shady the claim say he love you so from a kick up and home someone some inside. Onya Tina me na be sorry do me no on back. Them say hustle for the paper.
Hello Ghana for Diamond Grand Real Estate abamu bibiara said the mpanyifo ekan ye no di ope ade akokotoko no ye mona bro wo pe asase a ehoju asase a woni langard fo enyasem asase a nenkratan so ehye pa dia eno ane Diamond Grand Real Estate one ensase no ewo dentra tebu na afense Fantimaira we nyina ewo amasaman kwantempo no eso metre owaga south mensi no emo asase ye ka ho asemi die enkania ensuo na afense akwan ededemu dada hwehwe Diamond Grand Real Estate etra akwan ewo Accra Tabora number 5 anampo se framu ewa homachofo isu 0552 487 385 0552 487 Beto asase na wonso yentimi mfro efiera. Esan ye nyuma painting. Yatu ye di no litigation, no landguards. Diamond Ground Real Estate say your satisfaction is our pleasure.
Shade the claim say you love you so from a kick up and home someone some inside. Onya Tina me da be sorry do me enu on back. Them say hustle for the paper.
Hello Ghana for Diamond Ground Real Estate aba mo bibiara. Said the mpenifo ekan ye no di ope ade akokotoko no ye mo na bro wo pe asase a ehoju asase a woni langard fo enyasem asase a ne nkratan so ehye pa dia eno ane Diamond Ground Real Estate one ensase no ewo dentwa tebu na afense Fantimaira we nyina ewo amasaman kwantempo no eso metre wo ga south mensi no emo asase a ye kan ho asemi die enkania ensuo na afense akwan ededemu dada Diamond Ground Real Estate echa kwan ewo Accra Tabora number 5 anampo se framu ewa homachofo isu 0552 487 385 0552 487 385 Beto asase na wonso yentimi mfro efiera esan ye nyuma painting yatu ye di no litigation no landguards Diamond Ground Real Estate say your satisfaction is our pleasure.
No defi se we asimo bi na de ko wano pa se sha me na se mu fi nya se bi ami ni binti na ma shota me wa se ba su kan fi se we asimo di po na e ma Davida shade the claim say you love you so from a kick up and home someone some inside. Onya Tina me da be sorry do me enu on back. Them say hustle for the paper.
Hello Ghana for Diamond Ground Real Estate aba mo bibiara. Said the mpenifo ekan ye no di ope ade akokotoko no ye mo na bro wo pe asase a ehoju asase a woni langard fo enyasem asase a ne nkratan so ehye pa dia eno ane Diamond Ground Real Estate one ensase no ewo dentwa tebu na afense Fantimaira we nyina ewo amasaman kwantempo no eso metre wo ga south mensi no emo ye kan ho asemi die enkania ensuo na afense akwan ededemu dada Diamond Ground Real Estate echa kwan ewo Accra Tabora number 5 anampo se framu ewa homachofo isu 0552 487 385 0552 487 385 Beto asase na wonso yentimi mfro efiera esan ye nyuma painting yatu ye di no litigation no landguards Diamond Ground Real Estate say your satisfaction is our pleasure.
No defi se we asimo bi na de ko wano pa se sha me na se mu fi nya se bi ami ni binti na ma shota me wa se ba su kan fi se we asimo di po na e ma Davida shade the claim say you love you so from a kick up and home someone some inside. Onya Tina me da be sorry do me enu on back. Them say hustle for the paper.
Hello Ghana for Diamond Ground Real Estate aba mo bibiara. Said the mpenifo ekan ye no di ope ade akokotoko no ye mo na bro wo pe asase a ehoju asase a woni langard fo enyasem asase a ne nkratan so ehye pa dia eno ane Diamond Ground Real Estate one ensase no ewo dentwa tebu na afense Fantimaira we nyina ewo amasaman kwantempo no eso metre wo ga south mensi no emo asase ye kan ho asemi die enkania ensuo na afense akwan ededemu dada Diamond Ground Real Estate echa kwan ewo Accra Tabora number 5 anampo se framu ewa homachofo isu 0552 487 385 0552 487 385 Beto asase na wonso yentimi mfro efiera esan ye nyuma painting yatu ye di no litigation no landguards Diamond Ground Real Estate say your satisfaction is our pleasure.
No defi se we asimo bi na de ko wano pa se sha me na se mu fi nya se bi ami ni binti na ma shota me wa se ba su kan fi se we asimo di po na e ma Davida shade the claim say you love you so from a kick up and home someone some inside. Onya Tina me da be sorry do me enu on back. Them say hustle for the paper.
Hello Ghana for Diamond Ground Real Estate aba mo bibiara. said the mpanyinfo eka ye no de ope ade akokotoko no ye mo na bro wo pe asase a ehojo asase a woni langard fo enyasem asase a ne nkratan so ehye pa dia eno ane Diamond Grand Real Estate one nsase no ewo dencha tebu na afense Kwantimaira we nyina ewo amasaman Kwantimpo no eso metre owaga South Mensi no emo asase ye ka ho asemi die enkania ensuo na afense akwan ededemu dada hwehwe Diamond Grand Real Estate echa akwan ewo Accra Tabora number 5 anampo se framu ewa homachofo isu 0552 487 385 0552-487-385. Beto asase na wonso yentimi mfro efiera. Esan yenyuma painting. Yatu yedi no litigation, no langard. Diamond Grand Real Estate say your satisfaction is our pleasure.
Shade the claim say you love you from a chick me home someone so men said onya tina me na be sorry do me enu on by back.
Ene aya ojefu abosmita etosu aduonu wonfimpimianu ni aduonu anumu wo meimunsam ena afi amahodro sonsama yaboabo no emre aso semede besomo ewo Diamond Kasia so Kasia bono ensema ebedimu akutini bi anese ne Ghana ban wo mo de adesrede mu ojempa to close ak enim se eya striker wo mo aya wo madwen se wo mo pese wo mo kon wo mo sanso entenase endwen hu eye afi so na MP awoye mrashe bedwani awoye eye ewo Asen North abato empeswa so enende wo de adesrede to Ghana ban enim se enkebe ya dual citizenship amendment bill no wo mo fa enye imra akwetia MP NS Kumi enso edensem bi ababetudwa wo mo etrese senia wo mo enene edi no enye kra minority ene de sansem we ebetu Jalands minister enso edene de ababetudwa a wo trese se yebepiemu ewo oman Ghana mu a ehwehwe ma yehu se eye yen forest eye enenkron ni akire ena galamse access nyina entwa yie kra ye ene nsama hudo bi ene nanwumre yi maboabo na mede ba beso mo ewo Diamond Kasia so Kasia bono wo mo ebo ye chidom ene nanwumre eye Diamond Grand Real Estate Diamond Grand Travel and Tour Diamond Grand Real Estate ene nanwumre wo pasase crojen asase amanso ene ho asase on langard fo enyasam dia na ese wodi weni atwam ewo naso ye obeboa ama wonsa akabi o sefa sika ko mabi ebeje one plot of land ewo Diamond Grand Real Estate aseye na ubepie mu se wo ho aye wo installment plans e de ma wo bibiada pese wo tia ne kakran so akwanya ewo ho na chese wo so beto wasase na yemfrew efiera enyumakwei adaroma e na wo mu ebo mechidom afen so no media sedan so ebe ma Diamond Grand Travel and Tour no so se wakwentuo enkrata sem biara fa bedan wo be hwe aye bibiara kama e de ama upenetra kwan so dia woni yira kwan kro wo munyina omo wala pass Tabora number 5 omo ne Diamond TV ena wadan kro nemo obetimi so afrem panyifo e wo 0552487385 0552487385 na oni won ending komo Ben Light Enterprise se wo de nyama fofo kra abeja so a eno eba beboa na chese wo kankania no wotine din na wo se ne din ene no honam esse kankania no wodi abedwa so oba beboa wo se kankania ehrenhren ena wodi aba eno tine tutu anamo Ben Light Enterprise tira kwan bebi biara wodi spec car bia no kopiem e wona so ya wonsa ebeke bi na tira kwan enya yira kwan ko won kran he ya aboso kan City Light Junction from penifo no e 0247 888-591 0247-888-591 now on the ben light and ding come on the crack mono na media sita ebe ma Hajiasle Empire was so with dear one some dear or better net te edia ma or supplements ahodo enko ahodo ebe boa na wetimi aboa afense whoop weight gain waist loss ni nyina no wo pm e wo Hajiasle Empire asua ya wo be boa ama wonsa akebi Hajiasle Empire or la pass abeka kwan na aswo ni total filling station and as a Fidelity Bank no and the din hwe ne mo obetimi so afra Hajia e wo 0248 045224 0248-045224 na woni Hajia ending komo enyuma kwei adarma enenanwe wo mo ebo mechi doma mede diamond kase eba besomo mi a enanwe meje penie ekenkan kase bo no edi amamo no edi ameje so eye ma osipanyo ye ntwa ye hombra ye ba mede kase bo ni ntremu ebeto aso Ebusiafo yesama wo bibiara akwa babiam diamond kase na weneguso a wohwe afei kase boni ntremu enie se ahwefo ebekaya na emre kakra binie na ensam bi ema ne homne so ewo memu efa birth and death registrar appointee a ekoso a nipa dodo na ekasa na wona wo ye adwuma wo ho no ekase nipa wo mo apaw ne se wono embedi wonanim no wonsem fata se wo betimi edi wonanim we na eye civil and local government staff association of Ghana wo mo de ensam bi atudwa wo mo twese wo mo de wo mo be strike se when yi nipa no emfri ho a omo be ko strike ye papa na enrada na Mr. Felix Kwachofo so ono eye kasamafo Edmagana Mampeni John Dramani Mahama Eden Sembi ebetu dwa wochemu se sa decision anase engineer a sa nkofo yi anase closer for afase wo mo ebe ko strike no nkebe ye wo mo sanso entina se endwen ho bio na wontwe sansem ni nyina ansan anase strike no wontwe mu kra.
But government has to act on the basis of law. So we inquired as to what the premise for that demand is. If you are saying that a position should go to a civil servant, show us the basis for that position. They have been unable to show it. I have showed you the law and specific provisions, and you would all agree with me. Even if you have doubts about what I'm reading, you can dig up the law yourselves and read for yourself. Read section 2 of Act 1027, the Registration of Births and Deaths Act, and satisfy yourself as to who has the authority to make the appointment. And second, whether or not the law says anywhere that the position of the Registrar of the Births and Deaths Registry should be held by a civil servant. These, for me, are the issues at play. And to the extent that government has acted lawfully, regularly, and in accordance with the Constitution, I don't see why there should be an entrenched position on the matter. We certainly have not taken an entrenched position. We cannot act illegally simply because a section of our population, in this instance, Ghanaian workers, demand that we do. I don't think that it is fair to the people of Ghana, whose taxes are used to pay civil servants, those who work in CLOSAC, just like myself, the president, or everybody else who works within the public and civil service. You cannot take such a position, which is unfair to them, when the facts are very clear, the laws are very, very clear. If it was the case that government was violating the law, then you would have a basis. As I said, I'm aware that they went to court under the previous government. There's yet to be a determination on the matter. So if the matter has not been determined, there's no judicial pronouncement saying that the position of the law is wrong or what the president has done is wrong. I don't see why entrenched positions should be taken. I don't see why a nationwide strike should be declared.
Siafo ye to akase abono so dia na ye kopiemu e wo ase north abato impeso so dia na mrahye bedwani a owo ho eye wonimonyamfo James Jeche Kwesen na wode adesradie mu odempa e de akoma emranimfo metre lawmakers wona wo hyehye mra e wo memu se enkebe ya dual citizenship amendment bill no entempara so no wonye ntem na wontimi emfanye emra.
Mr. Speaker, Black History Month allows us to reflect on the perseverance of our people throughout history, slavery, institutional racism, and the ongoing fight for equality. Africa, despite being rich in natural resources, remains paradoxically underdeveloped due to centuries of exploitation, colonization, and unfair global systems. I stand here not as a victim of political challenges, but as a testament to the resilience of every Ghanaian who believes in the power of democracy and justice. Mr. Speaker, the fight against dual citizenship, restrictions on political ambition is not a personal battle, but a national conversation. Our Constitution, while a beacon of democracy, must evolve to reflect the global realities of our people. How do we marginalize those who have sought better opportunities abroad, yet remain deeply connected to Ghana? How do we exclude them from leadership when their hearts, skills, and resources are dedicated to building our nation? Mr. Speaker, it is important that we expedite action on this passage of the Dual Citizenship Amendment Bill.
I believe that there's also a gamut of other duties we have to examine. One of them that I'm also passionate about is the question of taxation, so that if you're a dual citizen and you're entitled to be a member of parliament, you're entitled to be a chief justice, and you are earning your income from, say, the United Kingdom, the Ghanaian tax regime should be able to catch up with you as well. Look at how our democracies, very weak democracies, sometimes even fake democracies, because every time people are looking for opportunities to cheat just to get to power. And so I think African leaders will have to do a true reflection. And as we do this true reflection, one of the things we also have to understand is that the aid dependency of African leaders and African countries, we must move from that and develop local and indigenous solutions for African problems. If we are able to do this, then the Black History Month will make a lot of meaning to all of us as Africans. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Ebusiafo yetwa kase ebono so dia na minority ana yekopiemu ewo mrahwebedwemu dia na dom kuma a wo mrahwebedwemu na wode nsem bi etodwa wo mo kyerese senia wone eye MP yedema akwatia abato empeswa so ekwan a wo mo faso a wo menunu edin dia enya dia wo mo ani gye ho kra esan se senia eye court nsensemi ekoma ne homene so na ekwan a wo mo faso eni mrahwebedwene no edi no enya dia etwe ye critin kebeya wamune endini ye.
So we've become aware of the Koforidua High Court's decision. We are yet to procure the court ruling and the orders of the court. The lawyers are going to brief the caucus and we will come out with our position on the matter. Meanwhile, I'm sure all necessary steps will be taken to ensure that our colleague is law-abiding and ensure that the right thing is done. But we have to say that we are dissatisfied with the approach and we think that he has been treated unfairly. We would come out fully with our position when we receive full briefing from the lawyer.
Ebusiafo medemo etwaso diana land minister anaso waswafo a wohwe yensase eso onimonyamfo imano amakofibua ena wode nsem bi ababetudwa wochom said say yeba wo man Ghana mu ye papa diana chese galamse ajibe bia afa yemfuo ena afesi ye forest reserves sesanka yede to ni ye ade papa se na be ye betimi abo wo man nimpuntuo no galamsefo agi wo mo afa ye bepie mu e wo man mu dia na yen forest reserve baako enkron ni akire ena galamsefo asese na wei ha oman Ghana ye papa yempuntuo ntinkebe ya wo mo de wo mo abe mo mbeboa se na be ya galamse no eto ebetwakra.
Ghana is currently faced with an unprecedented threat to our forest resources and water bodies due largely to illegal small-scale mining activities. This situation has assumed crisis proportions over 9 out of the 44 forest reserves. And, Madam Speaker, this is very important. Over 9 out of the 44 forest reserves have been completely taken over by these illegal mining tasks with impunity. And the Forestry Commission no longer have access to these forest reserves. Madam Speaker, the impact of illegal mining on our water bodies, which is the second phase, is critical and equally alarming. Normal turbidity levels for water under treatment should not exceed 500 NTU. However, the current turbidity levels of these water systems are between 5,000 and 12,000 NTU. These water bodies are also contaminated with toxic chemicals such as cyanide, mercury, hydrocarbons, and used recklessly by these illegal miners.
I see the problem as a crisis of law and order. Why do I say it's a crisis of law and order? The Minerals and Mining Law has very beautiful provisions that if we just followed it and implemented it, it will deal significantly with the problem. What are the provisions, Mr. Speaker? One, people realize that there's gold somewhere, they will go and dig, no matter what you do. It's not just Ghana, anywhere in the world. If we hear that there's gold beneath this chamber, by the time you go back and come back tomorrow morning, you will see some people who will come and find ways and means of digging underneath this chamber to extract the gold. That is gold for you.
Onmonyamfo Patrick Boama awono eyemrahye bedwani edema eye Okankwe Central abato empeswa so wodin senbi ababetudwa wochemu se ade anhyehyɛ land minister afa se ade omoba beye new mining licenses no ade wonhye ye na wonsanso emfantu entwato okra esanse new mining licenses no enya de a ede ebeboa kwan biara so ntinkebe ya land minister ensema wode abetudwa se bema mining licenses for no kran one share na one twa to okra anase one twen so kakra ansa na wode san hyehye no kra aba.
Going to be easy. It requires a serious hand with a tough skin to go after these illegal activities. Mr. Speaker, Kofi, you'll be tempted. Your colleagues will be involved. Both sides. They will come to you to plead with you. Nolly prosequa you'll be tempted with it. Having gone after people, you talked about only 40 people being prosecuted. Yes, the courts are there to protect the liberty of the individual. Majority leader will tell you it takes a long time to convict an individual. It's part of our criminal jurisprudence, Mr. Speaker. So, if you've come here to read this beautiful statement, we'll be watching the space for the implementation, because you are talking about decentralizing illegal mining, setting up small, medium, and large scale. I've read it. But your own members, both sides, will come to you, Kofi, to ask for favors. You have to take a very strong step on suspending the issuance of licensing. Make sure that the proper demarcations are made. Make sure you visit almost all the sites. We are talking about over 3,000 illegal mining sites. How are you going to patrol it? You don't have the technology. We will be listening to the minister on the 10th of March on your budget. We'll be looking at the budget lines to support you in this fight. And we don't want you to come here for your ministry's budget approval and say that, oh, we requested for $500 million or we've been giving 100 million. We'll be listening to you.
Abusiafo na medemo eto akase bone so dia Ghana Mampeni John Dramani Mahama eya dia wode eye ne assets ye ka assets na chese ni nyapade a owo nyina no eya dia wode abetra wode tar general Ajia Tuma na chese ensem wey abamonten so after dodo na etra wana dwen efa ho na wey na NPP communicator bi edensem bi ebetu dwa wochire mu se ekwan a Ghana Mampeni John Dramani Mahama efa so a wode ne assets na ni nyapade no ebetre no enye kwan papa so na yekowremu ewo Ghana mremu a na nkese wode ne assets ni nyina eba ansa na yede ne esi akonya so na ekwan ye wo faso ye ne de wetia emra ye papa na we na NDC communicator so ede ne de ebetu dwa enete ne yenkotie nsem ma wo mode etu dwa no ebie
sene aye Ghana mra na kire no any public office wo de bia no emra no especially out say we declare assets before obe take office charge of office no na senior yinya ehu no yeti nyantie say no ayira mama e declare the assets to presenting the documents to Attorney General, and I believe say the constitutional asset declaration and disqualification act 1998 especially out the responsibility of every office holder, including the first presidents and any appointees, any other office holders, public office holders say declare assets to the public to know. Say, oh, baby, when I say who take your office no, asset we and our answer who take your office no. It will say we declare the assets to Attorney General. I believe say no question no. While fulfilling that part of the mandate, say as a public office holder, we declare an office to Ghana for say when I'm more and some more the motor abanama me and I say more the office no shame say me take charge. It no so I fulfilling so me problem is say time you know and I enye the right timing because the law no it just say before you assume office. This say we declare office after the assumption of office. That's where there's an infraction there. It say before the assumption of office. And after every 4 years, we say declare assets. Say okay, me fear being mama with me for 4 years no. Me fear being when me asset am declare. Say na Ghana for you be say okay. Yeah, there are too many shares in sano. When me asset owo, when asset fear being no owo. Now we me I dey a compel say ani bia wa ye bibia uwedi. Na say oba sabe yetimi di ahwehwe katasihye dream ni proye ni kankan a obsay ewo obsay wadwumam enti em say a good call na enyina yebebo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abaso say eye open say enye open eno de as the first gentleman of the land sabi ebuo kakra mrem na enye say obsay eye democracy chintino ye obia bekeka bibi keke sabi obia betima kire na adwen na sentina kabi mami kabi wo ho no na sabi yemomodi anhwe ni dibrenso na yemomodi anhwe ni integrity your mama or say oyobia odi hu nipa ntino say emramu no obeye no open and now close no and one say we declare the assets and na wasa hye ni ministers wa power mo ni 60 ministers wa power mo a show mo say
Bosumia, Yababesi, March Busumi, 31st. By 31st, no, the ministers, you know, be more dear and declare assets and Sana or Twa, they do so. Eya Adepa, or saying His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Yes, Yabo Modia Bonabaso.
Ebosianfo medemo etwa kase abone so dia sane ebeya ebeboa amayen amanyosem etimi ejina na etumpon ewo omanmu nti no Council of Elders and na ye mu kase dia yaswe won ina omo eba beboa ama amanyosem no etimi etumpon na we na eye do ajaho a ono na wedi won anim a wo kyerese wono de obeboa ni obeye bia we na NDC na afen so NPP communicators so womo ache won adwen afa eye Council of Elders a womo aswe won in em yenkotie ensema womo de etu dwa no ebi
your Council of States members no per constitution no I spell it out omejuma omoye and enyo bia na omi SO Council of States member intina ohwe enwanimu a ese bia qualification bi ene say obi a say oye why Chief Justice Payne even Election Commissioner Payne obi a why High Supreme Court Judge Payne and sana obi a oye penyi even traditional rulers are revered respected people and you be an SO Council of State member into our appointed members and elected members into omo no mejuma no simple omo etu abanofo omanpenyifo say decision bi a we take no eya na say nye because of omunim de no in judiciary in public service in traditional leadership in politics and in even governance omo was anim de na esamutimi to obanfo say okay o ya decision we take family akwan say enye ne kwan so ano nti eni say nti omo na say omutu abanfo akwan say ye wo omahene a yesanso wo elders was o your mind ne mo no enye bibia na obe take the decision alone you take the decision with your Council of Elders if your Council of States tomo no juma no juma ronko at times you don't see them coming out to give statements or to have joint interviews because advice
yeah boy His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abaso na ya bomodia abo omo ya so omo in as Council of Elders ye bo mu nyina baso enim say pe miniemahu ni niema kai afa wodi wona obo mu din nyina no enim say o metima aye ejuma no in fact mini anu Ghana for ni e me de class ni ye maame Gloria Kufu a oye nanado enua a ofi na ban mu enne na ban no na enkosu ye ntu no ofi na ban mu enne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edeno aba se omra mesumo magana eno kire se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama your mind papa or say odwin obi aho yenim se ye maame no eba no pe ni experience no obetimi di aboa na obi bia nso a ya boni din ana say ya paw no from every constituency and from every region no obabo modi anso ade aboa na Ghana ya chichire oman no
so dia na political analyst Sadat Apedu anwa wono edensem bi aba betudwa wo kyerese wodi adesrede mu odinye pa ede koma Ghana aban His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ana edi wonenam se nkebe ya ensem anase ne se fata se woye na wode boye na memmu mani gina no wonye na wonjai se wo mode informso ebo eye aban dada na emra so ye de eye eyi na hye wo monsem ntese se wo mo eye wo mafemu de bia se ne be ya Ghana ye na memmu ebetimi agina wode sansemwe etudwa ene anapei ewo Diamond Morning Show jumedie eso.
Politicians will always have a way of clearing themselves. O say NDC if you are buying na NPP eba. NPP for so man ya he. Omuso muso ye jaska. ene MPP so afia ban me ni say this one ko ka someone against cows there and sana Felix responded there
MPP for na ka someone jeska ato ho no ma omobom betimi de atko eka ne bi afri ho
eye ka ben
eye yanka say ye GDP DDP no
sometimes yen sua ade me nya jifa honorable AP or see grow up you see sometimes leadership doesn't come by chance.
Okay.
And if you have somebody leading, that person is apostle of God.
Yeah.
That word she used, it's a word that came.
Okay.
I have heard that word. Say,
okay.
Grow. It's not just I'm feeling no keke Nakupo na kasafa ni because ni aye na no quite say yen kunko yenim ye ofa kun
okay
okoto kingdom we ko kakana wa ba for we me economy just ka say we so ba wo boa enye sa na oja so one e kan who is saying the truth meanwhile this is a nation ye won mra ye won hihye u fi aban mu a say o ka che timamfo say me ko isika say na medija omo amoba and that money should be known by the transition team and the next about the transition team chair balance co whatever let me about tell me say omo ko in the transition team and I say the transition process say no mu kai better assume kakra whether it is true or false wo na edi wato and na wo ka che and they say
okay
but here we are nipa be me a o ma ba bonte we say I don't know whether they were part of transition team okay and you know dey pa na mo ka che ishise ben edi ato akwan mu a say dey kura e mai
okay
politicians, I don't know. We are not learning. We are not growing. NDC, if you are buying, MPP buy, they close a lot of media houses.
Yeah.
Again, NDC for kind. And I did the and I find a whole lot. Osla, where Ethiopia.
Ebusafo medemo eto asodia na nsentemu na chese nkane adundum eba eyebo mayimu anipa dodo na kasa dum so asanso asan na chi abanawe na Ghana fododo na ache wona adwen efasansem we ho a wode nsem bi eto Ghana aban enim se senia nkane ano edundum no nkebe ya Ghana aban wonhwe bibi enye ne ntentem na wontimi entwa sa nkane dundum ni nyina eso senia be ya woman Ghana yense yenkane ansam no ebetimi ejine yie
efa no efie nsensem ho no onse obi wa ha onim se owa ha ye dum wo fie na se ye nim because en she bi anya masesi a se bia ahafo benya 4 hours anano pa ahafo benya enimre ahafo benya wo ho anu an se ye dum no edi se wo bibi kwa she fridge ma wo fie a wo adwuma ma na wo yam hyehyew so unim sasa ahye ne wo ho dia ene unim se bia obeka na hye si ho ana se bibisa nti efa no say light na ho nsensem ko ade na kamaka sa ben ya watwam na nsen ya ye chen wi nti ho nsensem no mo nim se mo wo problem wo ho na nka mo beba no na nka mo anya mo plans a mo de badada enye se wo betina ma wie no abeka kire o manfo no se abanda da na watwam no o ye se nti na affect we o ye se nti na unim se wo sa problem nti unim so no so beka o be ye bi e be affect no esa wo so do won hye eba se de be ya me ya yeti me mu no ye complain pacha efa na light na ho nsensem na de eno kwa de kamaka sa ban dada na ye ebi se on se maybe atwam na maybe atwam na NDC wo na dum so ne dos enti aban ya otwa mu bayi na ebegina so kakra eno koye nso we enche bia ye hu sa start so eti se munim se enka ohonu na nka mommodin amu bebe na nka mo aye bibia nka emma enye dum so no se de be ya amanfo no en complaining ha kasi obi be obeka se testimony light ni wa on pene na okọ nti enfa se light ni side ne de ene ka beka sa ben ya watwam yiye na mehu no
kama kana se wose abanada na wo so ne de na dum so no na ye hu ne sa ase ye be to abaya na dum so ne wo kaka no kana ndem sa actually we say you see this year when che ya fa say 2 months money we na 1 month 2 weeks and 1 month 3 weeks money we dum so no ase e koso kaka it be fan say NDC na it be fan say na boy and the can say no I was saying before no na almost to money you na and never to that from my so business because as a business be saying always I was say when here lights some be ya customers to do say we be cost wa go the bonum na e be so electricity na so tua but at the end no I tua electricity can say yes I see problem na can say about people na abano or some of them no to talk na yes we see okay
dum so ne this year they are more and apa ibudum na wia ibudum na na ibudum nti I must say anu say na you say I don't light because first no na na do abes na enye so light there na you to edem chepa nti we did there me
oh look at there yana ya ti o man ni mu no yanim say aban dada no or the ECG foka but also tia sa aka na ansa na wa free so ba wa ntia ntia ya ga say nim say de aban no de nyama de e tutu ye because after na waba nti yanim say de oba so because changes is here nim say or the generator power be at the buyer ya yenim sustain here but aban for no sa aban na buyer no wan yanya man bi ye